Hiya! Guess what season I'm working on? Right, I said I'd be doing some outdoor decor for the different seasons. And today I'm going to start a wreath, a Halloween wreath for my door. This is the basis of it, wreath frame. I'm going to make this into a crescent moon and wrap it with this, which is white glittery tulle, and I've also got a little bit of more of a moonlight colour, and then I've got a cat with an arched back to go inside the moon. Then I've got lots of little bits from Shein, beads to hang and bats and various things. So we'll work through it together and see how it goes. Let's get started. Okay, first thing I want to do is make my crescent moon. I'm going to cut this section out. Managed to get this cut. Didn't manage to cut it myself because despite my heavy duty pliers I couldn't put enough pressure on. So I'll show you what we do next to make this moon shape. Right, I'm using parcel tape because I haven't got any electrical tape. Electrical tape will do it better probably. Okay. Just so you haven't got those sharp ends and you've got your moon crescent. So, get it off. The weld's broken further along on this one, so it's not quite as easy to keep the point. That's okay. Right, you can get the idea now of the moon shape. Next bit is to put a bit of wire through the back, just to be able to hang it up. Just put the wire through. Right, just to make a little loop later when we're ready. Just need to fathom out the best way of doing this now. In through there, and I shall probably have to glue it. Right, just see, as I say, I'm probably going to have to glue this end, but I'm going to try just threading it up back through there. Just thread this around. Hopefully it'll look a bit more like a moon once we've got this bit done. Just wrap it around. Tuck the surplus in there. And then we'll carry on with the next bit. I want it a bit fatter in the middle, so I'm going to go around a bit more with this. I've got some more Right, that's it at this point. I want it fatter. Now, I bought this this gold one to go over the top, just a layer over the top, that I can hide the lights under to make it a little bit more moonlight-like. Yeah. But I'm still figuring out how I'm doing it. I'm going to get my lights ready next. I'm just going to fit these lights through here now. These are battery lights on a timer, and they'll be suspended behind the bow on the door so that I can easily change the batteries. And I'm going to suspend this wire roughly where it's going to be hung. So I'm just going to wrap them around. I'm just going to see now we're going to put this gold foil on top. Right, I've wrapped the gold scarf around this, but now I'm going to have to stitch it in place. It's fraying like mad. So I'm just going to tuck it all in and stitch it. Okay, it's time to think about fixing this cat on. And I've also got this witch, which I'm going to fit on here. Well, that'll involve trimming some bits of plastic off. But at the moment, I'm thinking of putting her on there if it works. Right, puss cat. Now, you've got these prongs because they're to go in soil. Cat's plastic, the whole thing's plastic. So I'm going to fix these onto the back. I'm going to glue with hot glue, and then I'm going to stitch them in place. Right, I'm just working out the best place to put him. I think probably there. We've got you, look at where you're hanging it, and then because you want it to balance, stand him about there. And I'm going to turn him over to glue him. Okay, let's see. That one first. And then that one. Okay, what I need to do is secure this. I've stitched over here, but I need to make sure these stitches go around the frame inside so that it is pulled back. The stitching's pulled back to the frame. I've secured that top bit there around the frame, and I'm now going to go on and secure this bit around the frame as well. Right, I'm going to put a nice loop of clear thread now from the tail across to here, just to support that area upright. But it's fairly secure. Just want to make sure. Okay, what I'm doing, I've tied a little loop of clear thread, this stuff, because it's nice and fine. I've tied it around the tail, and I'm just going to sew it back to here, to the frame. Just makes it nice and sturdy so he's not moving about. And I'll be using the clear thread to suspend but little bats and things, you'll see as we go along. Right, cut it off. Okay, let's have a look from the other side. other side. That's it, it's quite well supported. That's where it's going to hang from, at the top. That's where it's going to hang from. Right, I've managed to cut the bits off the witch. This was meant to be a corner decoration for a door. And I bought it from Shein. I think it was about £1, maybe a bit less. And then realised I'd ordered the wrong edge, the wrong side. So it doesn't quite fit on my door. So I've decided to put it on here. Now I've trimmed that bit off. I tried with my cutters to trim the end off. There was a piece there with a cat on, and this bit was extended downwards. And I tried with pliers, I couldn't cut it off. With my cutters, I should say, I couldn't cut it off. The plastic was too thick. And I have got a little mini saw, which I couldn't find. So I got my husband to just saw that off for me. So he sawed that bit off, and he sawed this bit off. Anyway, I've cut her, and what I want is for it to go on here. Now, it's got to be balanced. So I don't want it when I hang it up for it to be, tipping. But I think I kind of want to like this. So I'm going to see how that works. Whether I can get... She's got to be at the right angle. So I'm going to try pinning her on, and then see how it hangs. I can always cut this bit off, but if I need to, I'm going to just pin her on so I can see how she balances. Let me just see. See what we want. This needs to be balanced when it's hanging up. So I don't want it so that when it's hanging, she's on an angle, or she's pulling the moon down. Now, she's not quite on the right angle, but so I might need to take that off or sit her further up. Ideally, I wanted her on the end, so I'll have another look at that. Haha. Okay. Managed to cut it with my wire cutters this time. Okay. I've still got room to secure her, okay. And now I can secure her onto that end. Like that. So she's sitting on the moon. Now another idea I had before I thought of putting the witch on was I was going to hang... So these are earrings, cheap earrings from Shein. About 80p a pair. So the other idea I had was to hang the bat off there, which works perfectly well. I would just either hook him through or just stitch him. But I like the idea of him hanging like that. Now that looks quite good. It's hung on the door. He'll move about. So you could consider doing something like that as well. That looks quite nice. That was what I intended originally. But I might hang him under there if I'm going to put the witch on the end. But I do like having that hanging off the end. Christmas, a couple of years ago, I made a moon like this. And I made it into a Santa head. I'm trying to remember now. I put burgundy velvet ribbon around here to there, and then I used, the wool with the fibres, the long stranded wool. I used some of that around the edge of the hat. Then I used skin tone peachy coloured cotton for that bit, cotton fat, polycotton material or stretched jersey. I can't remember what it was for that bit. I made him a round nose, padded it, put it on, and then the same wool stuff, fibrous wool for the beard, which came round here, and that bit was the beard. And off the end of his hat there, I had a star hanging, and that was lovely. And he had lights just wrapped around. But I might dig that out and show you that for Christmas time, and show you how to do it. That was a really nice one. Okay, let's stick her on. Take that off. I suppose it will go on this bit, will it? Just have a look. It might actually. Oh, yes. It will. It will. Okay. He's going on that bit then. Okay, lovely. That's another thing sorted. Okay. Before I stick the witch on, just putting a little bit of the glue gun on here, just to firm this up, the fabric up, where I've put it on, just to kind of firm the background up. I'm going to put a little bit more just on the point there. This fabric is terrible for fraying. I actually made a big mistake with this fabric. I ordered it from Shein and I forgot all about it, and I thought it was a scarf, you know, like a stole thing. I don't know how much it was, £2. Anyway, I come to cut it. It wasn't it wasn't like a stole, it wasn't a scarf, it was actually a shrug. I mean, bargain. And I'd forgotten I'd bought a very gold one that was a scarf with sequins on. And I bought this, and actually I bought this to wear on my cruise, to wear on the one evening we were doing, like it was called the lock-in, and it was like a 1920s 1930s themed night in like a 1920s secret bar in the cruise ship, and I bought it in case I wanted to wear it with my 1920s dress, and 1930s really, and I'd forgotten about it, never took it with me, and just thought it was a scarf. Anyway, it's used. Right, let's get the witch on. Yeah, I want to kind of like that, and she needs to be upright like that. Okay, let's try. Still got that bit sticking out. Never mind, that's okay. Just let it dry. I can always add some more glue. Oh, let me just make sure I've got her in the right position. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. Pity I can't kind of get her arm over there, but I can't really without breaking it. That'll be fine like that. Right, she's glued. I'm just going to support her a bit more. Put some stitches around her arm and around this bit, around the frame, just like I did with the cat. Just put a tad more glue on this end. Putting the glue on this bit before I put her on has provided like a firmer surface, because it kind of melts the fabric a little bit. So I just thought I'd let you know that. I mean, make your half moon. You can do anything. You could just suspend lots of bats off there. I mean, you can buy these wreaths very cheaply at the moment from loads of places. Halloween wreaths, but I wanted something a bit different. It's nice to just have something that everybody else hasn't got. Right, let's get on with the sewing. Right, okay, so now deciding where I'm putting the bats. I've got 2 pairs of earrings with bats on. And then this one, oops, this one, possibly from hanging from here somewhere. But you've got the big space here. So you've got this big space, so something's got to go there. So let me come back to you, let me fathom it a bit. And I'm going to have a big black bow on the top to hold it. Fasten the wires together. Make a little loop for the bow to go through. At the moment, it's giving me a bit of leverage to hold it with. Not sure about that there, that bat. I'll come back to you. Right. Now I've got this choker as well that I bought from Shein. So I'm wondering what that would look like. Quite like that. Okay, I've kind of decided that little choker just there on the moon, I think is enough. I'm just still going to hang some bats, but I think that's enough. And if I just pin it on, or just put a couple of stitches each side, I can keep the choker to use again. Okay, I'm going to look at fixing this onto my door. Now, this little hook fits on a hook on my door, and then I've got the door knocker above it. Now, the problem I've got with this is I need to conceal the battery box. And normally I can conceal it behind the wreath or behind the bow. So, but this time it's a bit more difficult because I've got the wreath isn't that wide. So I'm covering the battery box. I'm going to show you what I mean. I'll take it outside and show you my door and show you what I mean in a minute. And I'm going to show you how to do bows. I bought this lovely deco mesh for Halloween, I think last year, and it makes fabulous bows. But I tried it on this and it's pulling it like mad. You can see all the little pulls, so I can't use that. It's going to have to be the ordinary chiffon, black chiffon. So I'll show you how to do the bow. I'll show you what I'm doing for mine. Now, basically, I'm going to be hiding that inside here, or securing it in here, under the door knocker. I'll need to take you outside to show you that. Let me show you what I mean. This hook is where my wreath's going to go. Onto there, like that. Now, normally I can do a little bow here, or a big bow, wherever I want to do, to hide it. But this is kind of in the way, so I need to just suspend that. So, the idea is to put that in there, put this up through the door knocker. I have to reposition it a bit. This. And 2 knots. And I'll put a bow onto that. Splay this out to hold it. That's going to be the tails of the bow. Better if it's not a see-through ribbon, really. But not too bad. Then I'll put the bow on top. Easy bow. Look at this. And another layer. Like this. And some ribbon. Some thin ribbon. Okay, tie your thin ribbon around it, just arrange it. Okay, I've got another idea. I've wrapped the ribbon around that loop and I've got the idea of creating a little rose. We've just had a go and it worked. Just need to tuck these into the knot, don't you? Okay, that'll work, it'll stay. Okay, I think that looks better. Right, I'm just going to add a couple more bats into here. They're earrings, so I just need to remove the bats by opening up the hook with my pliers. That's one on. And I'm going to put another one. Okay, I've got my extra bats on now. I think that looks a bit better. I might add a couple more, but at the moment, I'm happy with it as it is. I like the way the bats move about with that little bit of a breeze. They're just hanging with invisible thread, nylon thread. As you can see, the rose has stayed in place, even though I took it all off the door. And it's only just it's ribbon I tied around and just layered it around, round and round, and the wire has kind of held it in place, the wire edging. So easy enough to do. You can, if you think it's too much doing a wreath, a whole wreath, you can even buy a cheap one and vamp it up a bit yourself, add some things to it. I think Primark do a wicker moon wreath at the moment. So it's a case of having a go, either buy one and add to it, or make your own, as I've done. I'm going to be making some more Halloween bits and bobs and putting them up, but next will be probably my autumn ones with all the autumn leaves. But I wanted to get this done and out the way so that if you do want to make one, you've got the time to do it before Halloween. Important thing is, have a go, make something unique, or add to something that you've got that's existing and make it unique. And I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.